That's a bug!
That is a lens flare. That is a light that's in the bottom of the frame.
Do you think that's an alien?
Oh, wait.
I think whatever we're looking at actually did happen.
Aliens. Are we alone in the universe? We need to answer that question today. We're going to look at some clips of UFOs, aliens, extraterrestrial sightings, and we will hopefully come out of this with that answer. We are visual effects artists by trade.
We spent our entire lives trying to make things look real. Now we've trained our eyeballs to spot even the most subtle fakeries.
There's a part of me, I'm a skeptic, but buried beneath that skepticism is hope. Hope that one day we'll see a video clip with a real alien. Hopefully that's today.
What are we looking at here?
This is a clip from Russia.
VFX.
All right.
Right off the bat, we got effects. I guess you can only see UFOs through small shattered pieces of acrylic.
Ooh, that was a fake blur.
So to be clear, what you're talking about here is he's actually blurring the entire shot as opposed to just blurring out the UFO in time with the footage. But the footage wasn't blurred.
Yeah, he's just blurring the entire shot. This blur looks to me like a box blur or a Gaussian blur, which is something in After Effects, versus like the real camera lens blur. So the way a blur happens in real life is you're passing light through this point in the lens. You know, it's trying to project a point onto the sensor or the film that you're using. And when things are out of focus, that light beam, rather than like hitting that exact spot from all these different angles, it starts to miss a little bit. You have what's called a circle of confusion. So when things go out of focus, we should be feeling the shape of the aperture a little bit in the blur, but instead it's a very even, uniform blur. Also, the color isn't treated correctly when the blur happens because it's not real footage that we're seeing blurred from the camera, blurring it naturally.
The way blur works is basically the brighter parts of an image will overtake the darker ones. So the sky is the brightest element in this. And as you look at the buildings defocus, you'll see that the dark parts on the buildings are treated as bright as the sky is, which isn't how it would actually work. So when you're doing visual effects for a shot, you want to integrate real life phenomenon that can overlap or blend your fake elements with your real ones. However, in this case, I'm seeing tracking. I can just see the track is slipping just a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, as a video, I'm kind of digging it. It's got a creative little idea behind it. It's executed mostly pretty well, but this isn't convincing me that aliens are real.
All right, let's see the next one. Lunar wave. Filmed at 200 frames per second. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, wait, hold up. Pause. Do people go out there and just film the moon for long stretches of time and then come back into their house and watch the video?
Hell yeah.
Probably.
I take pictures of the moon and then I zoom all the way in and look at it and like, just make sure it's all there.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
What?
Yeah, I see it, but that's not like...
All right, assume everything's coming through the lens. Okay, well, what is this? A wave orbiting a spherical object? Then why is the distortion in 2D instead of in 3D? You know what I'm saying? Like, why aren't we seeing some sort of circular effect that shows, like right now we're seeing a 2D wipe, but if it's a wave going around a 3D object, it's gonna have to come to a point. And are you saying that this telescope is perfectly lined so that the wave looks 2D? What we're seeing here is two-dimensional distortion.
Yes.
I think that's the big thing. So forget what the moon is all about. Forget who's on the moon.
These waves are not happening on the moon.
Forget aliens for a second. The effect that we're seeing, whether it's VFX or real, it's happening between the Earth and the moon.
If it is 200 frames per second, they could be using a crappy digital camera that has an issue, like, you know how you have like screen tearing on your computer screen? Cameras can do that too, where they get out of sync and like you're getting one frame in the other frame and slowly a scan line moves down through it. It could be just an effect in After Effects.
That's a displacement map in 2D. It's literally just a displacement map, which is going to basically distort and move parts of the image based on like another image. Like here, apparently some sort of gradient, a black and white wave file going across it. And the effect is using that to distort the image underneath it.
Let's commend the person's creativity.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this is very creative. I would have never expected lunar waves to be something so mysterious. It's like, that is new. What a concept. This is my second passion in life. I wanted to share this with my amazing subscribers. I've been into UFO phenomenon since I was in my teens. My dad, Rip, told me.
No, you gotta say it out loud. God rest his soul.
Told me about the Roswell crash in 1947, and that got me started. On January 9th, 2019, Sam Shortek and Jimmy Chappie released never-before-seen footage of a UFO. I'm getting Project Loon vibes right now.
I'm excited.
All right, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, aliens.
Oh,
That was a bug.
come on.
That's a bug.
Come on.
That's a bug. I've seen that before in my own drone footage.
That's what? They think that's an alien? They think that's an alien? What? I was expecting like something in the sky.
That's so bug. I'm not kidding. I've literally had that exact thing show up in my own drone footage before. And it's because you literally almost hit a bug. But a bug this far away from a tiny little lens is going to look massive and fast. The first frame where we can clearly see the bug starting to show up is probably just like 5 to 10 feet in front of the drone.
Yeah.
And the only other thing you can see in the scene is probably like 100 or 200 feet away, at least. The bug probably isn't actually moving that fast. The drone, being so far away from anything to give the perspective of how fast it's moving, is actually probably moving at around like 30-ish, 40 miles an hour. So a bug moving in the other direction, just barely missing the camera lens, just going shoo, will give the illusion that it's some crazy fast thing.
If it was actually like the size of like a spaceship, you would be leaving shockwaves and like vapor trails and like.
Yeah. The fastest any sort of like piloted aircraft can go is around Mach 3, and like the space shuttle coming in for landing, I think that comes in at somewhere around like 7 or 8. Once it starts slowing down, because air at high speeds is literally molasses. And so if that bug actually was the size of a spaceship and that mountain is like, what, 3 miles away, it'd have to be going like Mach 15.
I mean, the air would light on fire.
There's no way it's a spaceship at Mach 15. I can't believe they considered that to be a UFO.
Yeah, this is not a UFO, this is UFB.
Maybe it's a, grasshopper.
We have no idea what kind of bug it is.
Yeah.
It could be an alien bug.
That's a good point, Sam. It could be an alien bug.
Sorry to all the people in the comments of this video who are utterly convinced that this is a spacecraft.
Look, okay, I know it's important whether or not aliens are real, whether or not footage of UFOs are in fact UFOs or something explainable. But you know what's even more important? You know what is explainable? Today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. If you're not paying attention yet, there's a lot of things going on in the world that might restrict your internet access depending on where you are and what you are trying to access. This is contradictory to a free and open internet, and it also leaves your data vulnerable to hackers and being sold to third parties. And one way to protect yourself and still get access to the whole internet, to every platform that might be available, and all the content that is on those platforms, is to use a VPN. You see, the first thing that a VPN does is it tells websites and apps on the open internet that you are accessing their sites from a different location. This allows you to access content on platforms like Netflix, or to access platforms in their entirety that you might not have access to otherwise. That's not even the best thing it's gonna do for you. The best thing it's gonna do for you is also provide you that additional layer of encryption so that you know your data is secure and it's not going to be taken by a hacker or by one of those dirty third-party advertisers that you might find out on the open internet. We love ExpressVPN because they have servers in over 94 countries. They've been rated #1 by CNET and Tech Radar, and I gotta say, I use them all the time to access different Netflix content from all over the world, and it's actually a great way to expand what you have access to expand your creative horizons, to just give yourself that additional layer of freedom that you might not have access to currently. There's a lot going on in the world. VPNs are a great way to protect yourself and to make sure that you can have access to everything that's out there. So again, if you're interested in getting access to one, we think ExpressVPN is the way to go. If you want to get 3 months for free, all you got to do is click the link in the description below, or go to expressvpn.com/corridorcrew, expressvpn.com/corridorcrew. Now that you know that, let's get back to the episode.
All right, what do we got? Hit me with the UFO con camera in Walthamstow.
Literally, you can see the string. It's literally, you can see it's a Mylar balloon with a string.
Yeah.
Some little child was skipping along the sidewalk to their birthday party, and their balloon flew into the air.
And now a dolphin's going to eat it and die.
This is not scary or mysterious. This is tragic.
All right, next. Oh, I know what that is. That is a lens flare. That is a light that's in the bottom of the frame that is, as he's panning, doing the inverse motion.
Yeah, you're right. Once the light on that apartment building centers up, the light will center up too.
Bing,
Here it comes.
right
And
there.
Boom, right there in the middle.
And then watch, we'll do the exact inverse motion. As the apartment building goes down the frame, the lens flare goes up in the frame.
All right, well, debunk.
Next.
Please watch it carefully. This is the video recorded by Pedro Hernandez.
Oh my God, what is this?
With the birthing orbs.
The
With
birthing
the ship
orbs.
birthing orbs.
Deploy the birthing orbs to the planet. Ooh, this is low quality. You know, all these UFO enthusiasts are not like doing a good, like they're not making a good case by uploading this like horribly compressed footage that no one can actually discern whether it's real or fake.
Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Now it's getting unexplainable. Initially it wasn't unexplainable.
Interesting.
That looks like a jet flame, or like either afterburner or a rocket. Like it looks like a missile.
I've seen so many shots of missiles, by the way, and they don't move like this.
You're right, and the other perspective is like dark and it's moving differently. I mean, could these be flares? They don't really move correctly for that.
No.
This one's weird, man. I don't know what this one is. The motion is really unique. It would be very hard to track. The camera simulation is like, if this is VFX, is like really good. Things go out of focus correctly. The exposure reacts correctly. The color space seems to work correctly. And like, it's hyper compressed, but that's also doing a lot to help it as well and make it look really real. So I'm gonna rule that this one is a maybe. Look, we looked at everything else critically and everything else is clearly bugs or satellites. This one is nuts. There's nothing in here that's like, it could be visual effects, right? It still could be visual effects. All right, time for some research.
We have a second witness with a video camera recording the same event in the other side.
So this is supposedly recorded in Mexico City by 2 different people in 2009. So the question would be, is like, are these the same like 3D animation? Or like, are they the same thing? Are they the same event, or are they both filming 2 different things? They seem to time up there. This one's interesting because one of the big things with UFO footage is you would have other people filming it at the same time. Like if a disc appeared over like Los Angeles, you'd have millions of photos and videos about it. So this is 2009, so cell phones aren't super prominent yet. But you have 2 video sources of this. They appear to line up. However, I was able to find the original video and there's something just a little bit suspicious in it. There's a crossfade there.
Oh my God, that was atrociously crossfaded.
Yeah. And then when he zooms back in, it crossfades again.
CG, it's completely CG.
I don't know, Sam. I think this is just a little early for the do-it-yourself VFX revolution that we're in right now.
Someone recreated a very similar style video. So yeah, this is obviously fake, but this feels like this is like the same thing we're looking at here. This is almost identical. Like the animation's almost exactly the same.
Yeah, but it's not zoomed in as much. It's not like, it's clearly very much like very similar, very inspired. But like the amount of compositing and tracking and like camera effects that have to go in to the other shots would be very difficult. When did this come out?
It was uploaded to YouTube August 18th of 2009.
Oh.
It was made in 2009 and it's credited to a Mexican VFX artist.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
This could easily, like the animation's identical. It even has the 4 things that get tethered to it and like seem to pull it around. What else is on his YouTube channel? What else is on this guy's YouTube channel? There he is. Oh, I recognize that face. Oh, weird. That's funny. Where do we recognize him? From the UFO International UFO Conference. They're conspiring.
But the shot he made came out after the sighting, and it was not as good.
Oh, it came out after. Oh, well, of course, if he made one of his best works, he would never upload it to his own channel. A humble VFX artist stumbles across the perfect UFO VFX shot. Of course, he won't post it on his own channel because the evidence is there that he's been faking it this whole time. No, he conspires with someone, a man on the ground, to get him some background plates, some footage of the sky. Who does he contact next? The International UFO Conference. He orchestrates this entire
I need to see the proof,
thing.
Sam. I need to see the proof, because I don't think, no, you know what? No, I don't think it's CGI. There's like 8 minutes of that footage, and it's composited flawlessly. The out of focus bokeh, perfect. The color bleed, perfect. The noise, perfect. The zoom, the distortion, it's all perfect. It is way too perfect.
I'm on Niko's side here. I think whatever we're looking at actually did happen.
Yeah, I think this is real footage.
But I don't know what it could have been.
Well, perhaps my theory has a few flaws, but I think there's too many coincidences. We need to infiltrate the International UFO Conference and figure out what they're really trying to do.
This could very well just be something that's normal and real, or somebody, flying something, or balloons or whatever. It's filmed in such a way that's like filtering it so hard it makes it mysterious. And that's what a lot of UFO footage is. It's really just kind of normal things that are being filmed in such a way, and they're so hard to visually process that it becomes unexplainable. And that's what this probably is. Could it be aliens, Sam?
Always.
Always.
Project Loon.
Whoa.
What is Project Loon? I need to figure out the secrets of Project Loon.
Sam, I heard you mention Project Loon earlier. Do you have any updates?
We've discovered the secrets of Project Loon. On our Crew Cuts show, we made a follow-up to our last debunking video where we went even further in depth to discover the origins of Project Loon. That little dot in the sky, well, there's a complete breakdown with GPS and camera tracking and positions and all that stuff where we've mapped out everything in complete detail of what actually was going on in that shot. CorridorDigital.com.
Wren, did we see actual UFOs today?
I saw lots of UFOs today. All those little orbs, they were unidentified flying objects. I'm not saying they're aliens.
I'm not saying they're not aliens.
If you have any awesome UFO footage, send it to us, debunk@corridordigital.com. We would love to take a look at it and see if our trained illusionist eye for films and videos can help figure out what might be happening in these mysterious clips that are shared with us. So, see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing.